Alright, so we're going to go through a GameCube order. There's a lot of things I could say about this order, but we're not going to get into it. We're going to go through it. I have my little Pokemon hat there. So, auctions, I didn't do really good at auctions at all. Crashed and burned at auctions, but someone got a lot of good stuff. So first we're going to look at these. This is all one buyer, 1, 2, 3, and then the fourth. So we're going to look at these first. This was the fourth purchase. 3 were auctioned and then this one. So I want to make sure everything is this, so I'll have any problems later, because this was very difficult. My scale of 1 to 10 for very difficult for an order, this is like a 25. Difficult this has been. I still have a bad feeling about it, but I'm just doing the best I can do. Alright, that's Shrek. Some of the things are falling off. Really worried about all this, but that's Crash. These are all no games. Okay. So I'm gonna go through these first. Try to give you a day in the life of being selling gaming parts. Boy, if I could just do the whole story on this whole thing right here, boy, your head would spin 3 times fast. But of course the buyer's going to get this as well, to show them this is exactly what we're doing here. So there's no questions, no nothing. But I expect all kinds of problems. But hopefully we won't, because they shouldn't be. That's all I can say. Because it's been quite the journey, this whole, all the way to the notes that were put on for these orders. It's all kinds of notes. It's like a story, like a huge paragraph, notes. It's just insane. But we're gonna do the best we can. We got them all really cheap. Alright, so that's that order. Let's go to the second one. So that's the one he purchased. If we'll go to the one with the games in them, which is there's one more box somewhere. There's that other box. Hold on. Where's that box? So it's actually 5 boxes. This is the second order, or one of the 3 auction orders, and these are all. All these games they need to be resurfaced. Some of them did play, but some of them don't. Like this Dragon's Lair does not. I know that for a fact. Oh yeah, these 2 I didn't sell these 2. Those ones that are cracked. So those are Dragon's Lair and Luigi. We're doing these ones right here now. Can't miss. So we have this one. We have 6 games. 6 games. Again, I'm laying this all out and going through every single thing here, because you may hear about this down the road. Freedom Fighter. You want to see each one. These don't have cracks on them, but they need to be resurfaced. They may not work, I don't know. Harry Potter. They got them all real cheap. I mean, he got these lots for probably what a couple of these games are worth. This one's complete. No cracks in it. Same deal. Actually, some of these are not too bad condition. just assume you gotta resurface them. Desert Storm, not only was there one Desert Storm game, there was two. Desert Storm Back to Baghdad. Like that one definitely needs to be cleaned. Super Mario, Super Smash Brothers. Same deal, needs to be cleaned. So this is the second order. This was part of the auction. That was basically, most of my auctions only sold at what the auction was starting at. As a seller, you always want to make more than the auction. Is that the whole purpose of an auction? But not so much on these. Okay, so that's an order. So that's 2 orders. So it goes in one box. Now we're gonna get to the ones. So I'm gonna go on to the third. Let's see what this order is. Again, it's all for the same buyer. They can use the word eccentric. That's the word, eccentric. That would be put in my line. Somehow I managed to get through this. I don't know how. I have no idea how I did this. Alright, so let's see what this order is. This is not this one. For speed. It's gotta be that one. It's not this one, so let's lay this one out. These ones that are individual here definitely need, these don't work. That I remember. None of these. So this shouldn't be any. Hey, this doesn't work. I don't want partial refund stuff going on here. I hope not, then. It's not going to end well. For me. It never ends well for me. Ever. Alright. Let's find this order. There's 3 more orders total. I need to figure out what this is. This one. These ones I know don't work. I was very specific about these ones not working. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11 games here. This lot. None of them are cracked that I'm aware of, but we're gonna look. So if I get caught of a problem later, then they're just heavily scratched. And I just couldn't get them to work. That's one, not scratched. Not cracked, rather. Another Freedom Fighter. Selling games is like the hardest thing ever. Especially when you're trying to sell them that's not working. Because then they're going to tell you it's not working. Okay, that one doesn't have a crack in it. None of these have cracks somewhere except for my 2. These ones that I specifically, these ones specifically are listed as cracked, will never work. That's a crack. See, there's a crack right there. See that? That's a crack. That's a crack, do not work, and that's specifically listed that way. Same with Dragon's Lair. It's not as cracked, but it has lots of cracks in it. So these are specifically if you just want the game to look at it, I guess. Those are cracked. None of these are. There might be some micro cracks that I don't notice, but that one's not good. But we're looking again anyway. I gotta cover all my bases here because we may be doubling back to this at some point. Better not. I hope not. But. See, none of these are all. I'm checking on each one of them. This one's heavily scratched. No cracks, but heavily scratched. Need for Speed. Star Wars. I don't think I ever got Star Wars to work. In fact, I know I didn't. It wasn't cracked either. It just didn't work. A lot of these just don't work. I didn't really resurface down to the... So you remember the code is on the top label? So most of the label's intact. I can't guarantee it. That was the purpose of doing a really low auction. Buyer got it at the low point. At the bottom of the auction never went anywhere. So no cracks, but none of these work. So what I'll do is I'll have this video before I send out. I have like a paragraph, a checklist to go through for a message for these to ship them, which I've never experienced in all the time I've been selling gaming parts. I don't usually sell games because this is the problem. Even if you sell them as parts, you get these weird checklists. So try to make the best of it. Let's see if this is part of that or not. I think I pulled these. So this one should be... Oh, this is the one with the Pokemon. He was all about this Pokemon channel. That one there. Let's get to that. Which one's the Pokemon channel one? This one. I think it's this one. Oh, the Sonic. What do I got more than I? Hold on a second. I gotta figure what's going on here for a second. It's Sonic. I think he wanted me to add Pokemon. So with all this going on, and when I tell you it was, I think he wanted me to add this to it on top of taking away a lot of shipping costs. That's what I think I was supposed to do. Yeah, that's what I'm supposed to do. He wants this. That's right. So we're going to add Pokemon. So I want to have all this videoed and known. If I come back to it, you'll know. Oh my goodness me. Alright, so 1, 2, 3 orders. There's a 4th order here. Right, 1, 2, 3. 3 orders with the auction. 1 was he purchased after. I had to give him shipping costs back on that one too. Again, he bought these at the price of one auction was the price of maybe 2 of these games if they work per auction. They got a super deal here, but some of them might not work either. So he wanted me to add this. It's all about this Pokemon channel. No cracks. That I see it does have a crack. So that's going to be a problem right there. So we're going to do the video and then let him know after that. Figure out what he wants to do. He's going to want more money off, but I ain't going to take more money off. Got these down at almost nothing as it is. Yes, that one's cracked. And I think it was contingent on getting other games if this wasn't cracked. Something like that. I don't know at this point. Oh my goodness me. Alright, so let's finish up here. And actually, while we're doing this, I'm going to send that guy a message right now. And say, yes, Pokemon is cracked. So we'll do this while we're doing that. It's taking me everything I have to hold it together for this order. So as we're doing this, we're going to recommunicate with this buyer. And we'll see what happens. It's not going to end well. None of this is going to end well. Every message is a story. I'm all about very short messages. So every time if I get a message that's like a paragraph long, I'm like, oh, yes. So I'm doing right here. Yes. Pokemon is cracked. Let's see how this ends. Just showed him the photo. Yes, it wasn't part of the auction. He wanted me to throw this in with those. I said, all right, that's fine. But it has a crack in it, so let's see what's going to happen now. But let's go back to these for a minute. I gotta take a breath here. All right, so we're going on to not cracked. trying to give you an experience of what it's like trying to sell gaming parts. Selling games, forget it. Try not to do it, but I do them sometimes. So those are fine. A lot of these didn't work either. Lord of the Rings, some of the labels are yucky, but they're not cracked. Now, let's see if this turns into a... Should only take a few minutes, I'm sure I'm going to hear it. So that's not cracked. Harry Potter. Game, this one has Blockbuster on it. That one's gonna be a tough one there. It's a Blockbuster one. Probably won't work. Ben, you know, each purchase was about the price of maybe 2 of these working. Sonic collection. Scratch there, scratch here. Let's see it cracked. I don't think that one works either. So your assumption to get all these at that really low price and expect them all to work is not so much going to happen. They might. Hopefully they do. But I'm not going to take a beat down towards the end of all this. That's what's just going to happen. It's not correct. Super balls. Super monkey balls. Who doesn't like saying balls? Scratched up. Definitely needs to be resurfaced, that one. I didn't resurface. I do have a machine, a JFJ, but I was only, if I did any of these, they were just to buff them. I didn't try resurface them. This is missing the game. All detailed in the listing. All at auction. This is missing the, I believe it's missing game disc 2. And then finally, this thing has a manual. Underground, I had this a couple times. This one's really scratched. It needs a lot of work. If it'll work at all. Alright, so that's where we're at here. And again, I have all kinds of details of things I need to do with these. It's not really going to happen, but I'm going to put them in boxes. I'm going to put it in a box and I'm going to ship it. They all come in their little things, and then let's see what happened with that. And of course, I already got the reply. Told you it wouldn't take long. Oh no, I haven't got a reply yet. So I'm just putting it in there. It's cracked. Okay. Go through it one more time. So that's one order. And adding Pokemon, I don't even know it's cracked. No, I didn't do anything. I'm aware.
I gotta put it on. So.
There's a couple other ones there that were part of a different order that he didn't purchase. He wanted that one, but it's cracked. So 1, 2, 3, and then if there's a continuation of the story, believe me, you'll be the first to know. There's no way I can vent. You can't have my Pokemon hot though. So 1, 2, 3. 3 orders are from the auction. I added the Pokemon, and then this was the other purchase, which is really cheap too. And it's all one order, and it's all going in one box, just like this. It's 1, 2, 3, and this box, and then another box. I throw a little paper on here, and like a bigger box for these, and that's it. Actually, probably do it this way. Put all these in one box here. So they're in a box. So all the ones with the pad, they all have a little thingy in them. And then these are all in a box. And that's how it's going. And I'll put these boxes in another box. Right? And there's your order. This has been like a week coming, this whole thing. It's probably one of the most craziest things ever since I started selling game stuff. This. Can't stress how crazy it's been. Alright, so that's what we got. And that's what we're doing.